Hi everyone. Okay, hey guys. So I'm gonna do a review on The Family's Way. It's an all grown up episode. It's part of season 4. Don't really know which episode number it is, but I know it's from season 4. So yeah. But I came here to talk about why I felt bad for Angelica in this episode. I'm gonna get a lot of hate. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. I'm going to give the reasons. I'm going to review it. And I'm going to actually give the reasons why I felt bad for her. Felt bad for Angelica in this episode. This is... I'm going to get so much hate because everyone in the comments is going to be like, well, maybe she deserved it. And I'm like, well, even if she deserved it, which she's not even that bad and all grown up. She's just a normal bratty teen. But, yeah. Like, I guess if she was 3 years old, maybe, but like... Anyway, I'm just gonna get into it. Okay, so the episode starts out with Angelica bragging about how she's calling someone on the phone, and she's like about Hawaii. So she's bragging about how she's going to Hawaii. I'm saying it like that because that's how they were saying it in this episode. It kind of annoyed me for a while after they were doing it a lot, but she's like really excited and telling everyone, and just like she's like so excited. She's like, I'm going to Hawaii. Also, I don't know if it's just me or not, but doesn't Angelica's voice sound kind of different in this episode? Like at some points, like it's like she goes to like okay, I don't know what I just did there, but I'm getting off topic. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Okay. Wait, let's just... And then it cuts to her realizing that they are not actually going to Hawaii because they have plans or whatever. I don't even remember what the plans are. Okay, I don't know. I don't think they should have told her that they were going to Hawaii. They should have said like, oh, we might be going to Hawaii soon, but like, don't get your hopes up because we might not be able to go this year or something. So like they don't get too excited over it and like to expect something to come up. So I don't think they should have been they kind of tricked her. Actually no, they didn't really trick her, but like I don't know. I just didn't like him in this episode, and you'll find out why. And Angelica threw a tantrum because they weren't going to Hawaii. Honestly, I don't blame her. Because if my parents told me we were going to Hawaii, and then, like at the last minute they told me that they wouldn't go, yeah, I'd probably be pretty mad too. And then Charlotte talks to Susie's parents, whatever the heck their names are, if I keep forgetting because I don't have a script for this video. Anyway, she talks to them, and then she says this line that really annoys me. That Angelica would stop whining about Hawaii. The only reason why she's whining about Hawaii is because you told her that we're going to Hawaii, and then at the last minute, you told her that we're not going to Hawaii. She all got excited, so that's why she's doing that. And I would be whining about it too. And then they decide that Angelica stays at the Carmichael's house, because she has it, quote, easy at her house, which, like, I don't know. Then we have kind of a runaway Angelica moment again, but this time her parents, stop her from running away. So she wants to go to the bar, and, she's trying to have to break her curfew and stuff, because they're not going to Hawaii, so she is trying to go out to the bar, but instead of going to the bar, and then, how Charlotte was talking about the Carmichaels, the thing you remember earlier and stuff, and then she kicks her own daughter out of the house and sends it to the Carmichaels. That literally, unless the only time you should What? That really peed me off, like really did. I'm like, for some reason I feel like sometimes in this episode I feel like sometimes she doesn't like her own daughter. I know she's bratty. She has a bratty attitude. I guess her behavior is not acceptable, but that doesn't mean you can kick your daughter out of the house. That's insane. And the Carmichaels weren't even being serious. But then they give in and do it, and I was so mad. This line really angered me. It was like Charlotte said something like this, let's see how you are in their house or something like that. Probably not exactly like that, but oh my gosh, you really don't want your daughter in the house? I don't care if she's disobeying. I don't care if she is a brat. You're kicking your daughter out of the house, basically. I know she's not really doing it. It's only for a week, but she basically kicked her out of the house. Like, she's 18 or something. Like she literally almost moved out for a week. And it just excuse me. And then she gets in the house, and and then Susie's like, what the frick is going on? Like, why is she in my house and stuff? And then they share a room and stuff, and it's just kind of a night and stuff. And how many times am I gonna say that? This is why I don't review things that much, because I hate talking, and I just and I get so off topic, and I repeat my words. I'm a scat man. And then Angelica is woken up by that really, 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 really uncomfortable alarm noise, the kind of thing. It's a really bad noise, and I hate it. But anyway, I remember this line vividly. I remember it was like, just make me a latte, coaches, and poche whites. Go to Starbucks. I bet she'd like Starbucks, honestly. Was Starbucks even a thing during the 2000s? That's the dumbest question I think I've ever asked. But I don't know if it was that big of a thing back then. But anyway. And then Susie is like, it says that this is the first line of the family rule kind of thing. Get used to you, but this has to be getting used to. First one in the bed makes all the beds. Family rule, which what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why can't you just make your own beds, and you'll get it done quicker? Just what? That one doesn't make any sense to me. What's the point of doing that? Can we just do it how normal people do? You could just make your own bed. It's not that hard. At least I don't see making my bed hard. Maybe it's hard for some people. I don't know.
Rise and shine! I got first period gems just to make a decaf latte, fresh grapefruit juice, and a poached whites. Your princess days are over. And by the way, last one out of bed has to make all of them. Family rule.
Stupidest rule ever.
I'm so fancy. You already know.
And then she gets up, and there's this rule called you snooze, you lose, which, in my opinion, was made up by the kids. And then she's the last one in the bathroom. Wait, they only have one bathroom? Are you kidding me? Because usually in houses, they always have an upstairs bathroom and a downstairs bathroom. That's pretty unrealistic, but okay, you just can't have one bathroom. But anyway. So, the last in line in the bathroom has to clean the toilet. Are you kidding me? just no. Poor Angelica, honestly. I know that's like really, 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 really unpopular opinion, but poor little girl. Like, she's not a little girl, what am I saying? But just, she's trying her best. I know she's just like, she's just not used to it. So, she goes into the kitchen kacha. Anyway, she goes into the kitchen, and yes, a bunch of stuff just fell, and I'm about to pick them up. And, there's this new family rule: you get what you get, and you don't get upset. and I just had flashbacks to kindergarten. That's what my teacher used to say. No, it was like you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit or something. I used to hate that rule because, you know, I'm pretty temperamental. And she goes like, another family rule, and you don't complain about family rules. Family rule. Well, that's what Susie's brother said, and I was like, shut up. Honestly, poor Angelica. Obviously, she's gonna complain about them because there's so many, and oh my gosh, I'm just. And then Susie's mom decides to take Angelica's breakfast away. That's one thing you can't take away from a kid. You cannot take away their breakfast. She will starve. She could get sick, like, in the hospital for not eating breakfast. Like, she could starve really bad. Like, you can make her, like, faint. That's, like, one thing you can't take away. Because if you take away their breakfast or food or whatever, they could get sick. Really, really sick, and end up in the hospital from starvation. And also, last one at the table clears it, which she didn't even eat, so she wasn't really at the table. And that's also a stupid rule, because some people are slow eaters, and that's just part of who they are, you know? I'm not that much of a slow eater, but I do eat slowly than most. And some people just kind of have that, and they can't control that, like, so that's a really stupid rule, and they have to clear all the things, which, and, like, I don't know, I could go on and on. And then, the niece, Susie's sister's kid, so her niece, oatmeals her. Poor Angelica. She's getting, like, bullied by these, like, I know she's a bully, not really as a teenager, though. As a teenager, she wasn't really bad as a teenager. She was just a normal girl as a teenager. I mean, I know she had her moments, but, like, I don't know. I feel like people make Angelica out to be, like, a horrible, awful person. I guess I can understand as a toddler, but as a teenager, I mean, she's fine as a teenager. And also, why did they just leave the baby there? That's not a good idea. I mean, I know Angelica was there to, like, take care of her, but, like, are you really expecting her to lift her out of that seat? She probably bit her. But anyway, I just feel bad for Angelica in this episode. Like, number one, her parents last minute told her that they're not going to Hawaii. And number two, she gets kicked out of the house because she's too, quote, bad for them right now. And then, like, she has to clean the toilets, and make all the beds, which that's, like, you can't just make all beds. Like, you can make your own bed. And cleaning the toilets is disgusting. And, she can't clear the table because she didn't eat, so that was unfair. So, and she's late for school, and she's left alone with the baby, and probably had to lift her out off screen. Just, everyone is like, ha! That's what she gets. But, like, I'm like, poor Angelica. I felt bad for her. I know that's bad, but poor girl. And she was late for school and missed the bus. And it was not her fault, because they literally put so much work on her, so obviously she's gonna be late. And it's like, oh my god, if they would just all work together and do all this stuff, it'd be fine. Oh my gosh, I'm, like, literally about to cry for her. Like, I just want to, like, hug her and tell her everything was gonna be okay. And the worst part is the gang, the group, the band, the group, everyone was all like bullying her for like not like for just like, oh my gosh, and they were like, she's not gonna survive and stuff, like do this, and I'm just like, leave her alone, like gosh, like you don't have to be so like insane. Just no one felt bad for her, honestly. It just I didn't like anyone in this episode. I just felt bad for Angelica. Like, they were literally laughing. This is like hurting Angelica mentally, and she has like mental issues. So this is obviously ruining her and stuff. And then Dill said like something along the lines of, Angelica's parents were aka his uncle and aunt and stuff, were childless, yeah. Which I thought was pretty funny, honestly. Well, they kicked their daughter out of the house. Like, I can't believe they do that, honestly. And I swear, they don't like their nephews. They don't have a very good relationship with their nephews, I feel like. They're just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't think they have a good relationship with them, and they need to have a better relationship. And then Angelica comes out of nowhere, and she's like, Missed bus at clear table, run here. And she's not used to this kind of stuff. They're treating her like she's like, I don't know, like a soldier or something, or like, and she's a like juvenile. And this is a girl who is pretty has her moments, but she has like calmed down. She's a teenager, and she's literally just like some normal girl. Just like, I just wish people would just like stop shaming her in All Grown Up as well. I mean, I can understand in the Rugrats, I can understand that, but in All Grown Up, she was fine. Like, she never did anything like bad. I mean, the only thing she really did bad was in Fools Rush In, when she posted pictures of Tommy, like just like put them on the internet without his, like, that's the only bad thing she's done. She's fine. Just let her breathe. And everyone's laughing at her for just like I don't know, like, and they were like, keep saying, I don't trust she'd survive, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, everyone is like, I kind of feel like they're pretty mean to her. I'm just saying, like, I feel like they're being pretty mean to her, like, towards her, like, wow.
Last one had to clear table. Missed bus. Ran here.
And then it cuts to the scene where, Drew and Charlotte are talking about how quiet it is without Angelica there, and talking behind her back, I add. But they're just like, going on about, talking behind her back. Well, I don't know is that really talking behind her back? I'm not sure. But then they're interrupted by Dill, who eventually comes because, also, where did he come from, honestly? Honestly, like, if I were Drew or Charlotte, I would be like, I would make an excuse for, like, not to come into the house. I mean, I guess they have to let him come in because that's their nephew and that kind of stuff. But, yeah. And then Angelica runs her butt to Susie's house so she could be the first one to get home, which I would not like to be the first one to get home, honestly. I wanted to be like the. Actually, never mind. I actually like to be the first one. Actually, I'm never the first one home. I never am, so I don't know what it's like. I'm scared. Yeah. Oh, and wait, the door was wide open, because if I remember correctly, maybe it was closed, but like, I think Angelica just ran inside and the door was open. Like, you could get robbed. And then she's happy and does this really hilarious dance. She's like, and that kind of stuff. And then whatever Susie's mom name is, I forget, tells her that that's great because she gets to start dinner. How can a 13-year-old is just, I don't know what that was, but do you really expect that from a 13-year-old? I'm sorry, but really? To dinner where she wants to eat in front of the TV, but in Susie's household, they do not eat in front of the TV. They sit together and have dinner themselves, which I don't eat at the table. At least my family, we always, every time we get food, we always end up eating it in the car. A little personal fact about me. But, yeah, so, that sounds really bad, but it's just true. We just don't eat in front of the table that much, and it's a normal thing for us. And also our table is a mess and has too much stuff on it, and we really need to clean it. But enough personal life's about me. Oh, by the way, do you guys hear my guitar? I think you can hear it in the video. Sorry, I'm holding it and I can't stop strumming it. I have a habit of strumming it when I'm not supposed to. Anyway, so she's like, Angelica's like, oh yes I will. Let's sit in front of eat in front of the TV, and then her punishment is, I think this was her punishment. To clean one of the kids' daughters, which I don't know which kid that is, kid's child that is, but so she, like, I mean, who wouldn't have that reaction? That is a really bad punishment. That is, number one, that is disgusting, and number two, why can't, that's not her job. The only time she should be doing that if she was a mom, but she's not a mom, she's a teenager who just, like, oh my gosh, let her breathe. My gosh. Honestly, poor Angelica. I've said that a million times, but I'm just, like, crying for her right now because it's just so sad. Oh my god, Angelica's face is literally my face right now. Like, look at her face. It's literally my face right now. Like, I literally want to be so done with this video. That sounds like I hate making these videos. I don't. It's just the review videos just take forever, and I have so much homework, and I have so much stuff to do, and anyway, oh my gosh, they are laughing at her while she is literally near death. Like, she's literally her breaking point. Like, I would not laugh at someone. I would feel bad for her. I would try to save her. I would get a doctor. Like, someone needs to call the doctor on her because she's basically struggling. And it's just raided someone's house. Like, save her. Save Angelica. Hashtag save Angelica. I've put that a million times, but yeah. I just, she's literally near death. Like, just, like, someone needs to, like, hug her or something. Like, I would give her a hug and tell her, like, everything was gonna be okay and stuff, because she's literally in a house that is just, it's not a bad house, I guess, it's just not not really a house you want to be. And I know, respect other families' rules, but sometimes you can't respect other families' rules, because sometimes they're dangerous, sometimes they're hurtful, sometimes, anyway, I could yip yap all I want. Then, Brianna, gosh, it's so weird to say Brianna all grown up, because every time I think of Brianna Maxwell from Dork Diaries. But anyway, Brianna tells Angelica that Susie said that, she'll never make it. And I'm like, why is Susie in this episode, such a, how do you, I don't know how to curse in another language. And then Angelica wakes up before Susie, surprisingly, and Angelica's kind of is getting the hang of it, and she's doing really good, and she's getting all of it done, and she seems happy now. She's not stressed out and sick and stuff. So yeah, which I found weird, because if I had to do that, I'd probably die. Like, if I was in their house, I'd probably throw up out of stressness, that's not even a word, faint, and die. Yeah. And then in this part of the episode, Susie gets karma, which is weird. That is like the first and only time she's gotten karma, because usually it's Angelica who gets a taste of her own medicine, but this is a very rare moment and an only moment. So yeah. And I laughed at the scene, and then she's trying to get Angelica back, which I swear they swapped places in this episode. Then it cuts back to Dale trying to play a game with Drew and Charlotte and stuff, and honestly, I feel they're acting like they've never interacted with their nephew before. That's what I feel like they never have. I guess oh my gosh. But yeah, so there's game, whatever it was called, I don't even know if it had a name, or you can't lose your temper and stuff, and it's like one of those games is stuff, and you can't lose your temper and stuff, and I thought it was really funny, honestly, and I laughed. And then sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering. So Will and Kimmy and Susie. So Will, they're both talking about how I think it was at first I was like, what has this got to do with this story? And then I was like, oh, they're trying to make Angelica lose. They're trying to make Angelica die. No, they're trying to make her die. They're trying to make her sick, because they're like, I can't do this without them. What if she died, right? Well, I know she didn't, but what if she died while doing all this? Oh, she died. And then Susie says something along the lines of, I can't let her beat me, or something. Or something like that. And so the next morning, Angelica is tricked by Susie, because Susie the night before did change the chore list to make it look bad and stuff, and yeah, and is making all these fake stuff for Angelica, all these fake chores, which I can't remember at the top of my head, but I felt bad for her, because just poor Angelica, just leave her be. She's not really doing anything bad. Again, you're acting. Why do people? And then, oh gosh, this one really gets me. This one scene, Susie makes up a fake family rule that the second one, second cleans the ring gutters on the roof. Yes, on the roof. Obviously, it's not a real family rule. She made it up to make, she literally was trying to kill Angelica. I'm not joking. She literally was trying to kill her. And then Angelica falls off the roof. You could literally get really hurt from falling off the roof. Even if if it's the grass, you could break your back. You could, break a bone. You could break a bone in your body from falling off the roof. And then Angelica rats them out, and Susie's parents, punish them for I don't even know. But honestly, if I had kids, I never plan to have kids, but if they were doing stuff like that, I'd punish them too. If for stressing someone out and trying to kill them and ruining their mental disorder and stuff. Yeah, I'd do the same thing. Also, I love this quote from Susie's dad, Randy, I think his name is. I'm not sure. But it was like something along the lines of not only a rule was, not only making up a family rule was, um, unfair, but it was downright dangerous, or something like that. I'm not really sure. And, yeah, and then the kids apologize, which, I don't know if I'd accept, I'm not sure if I would accept their apology, honestly. I mean, I might, but I'm not sure. And they offer for Angelica to go home whenever she wants, which, don't we all wish it was like that? like, when you're visiting someone's house, like, don't we all wish that was like that in real life? And they're still playing that freaking game. Like, if I were Drew or Charlotte, I would tell them to stop, and like I would probably like oh my gosh, like, wait, and did Dale sleep there or something? Because like he was there the whole time Angelica was gone. Did he sleep at their house? What? Does Stu and Dee know that he slept there? What? Did he? They never say, but did he really sleep there? Stay over. And then Angelica comes back home, and she is back and stuff. And then I notice an error. Her suitcases aren't with her. Did they take her? Did she leave her suitcases there? Because she was such in a hurry she was so glad to get out of that house. Is that what happened? Her bags are nowhere to be seen. and then Angelica sees Dill, and she's like, what the crap are you doing here, and that kind of stuff. I didn't do her voice. What the heck? I should have done her voice, but I missed that chance. Anyway, and she's like, they're real putting it back and stuff. And it's so cute and so sweet. And then Angelica's like, oh, like she mastered. I even learned a few things. I mastered. I even learned a few things. Or no, that was bad impression, but that's literally me after a guitar lesson. Like, I mastered at this, and I learned a few things. And then my fingers become, like, after, I have this weird thing with my left fingers that I can't move them because the marks on my fingers. And then her parents like, oh, you can sit in front of the TV. And then she's like, no, I'm going to sit at the table. And I was like, I don't think she was really brainwashed, because they want to sit at the table and stuff. And I am proud that this made her be a better person than she was before and stuff. Oh, and I just noticed something. In this picture that I have here, I noticed there's a fourth chair. Who is that for? Because it's just the three of them in this family. So who is that fourth chair for? Huh? Your imaginary. Anyways, I thought this was an okay episode. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good though, because I felt bad for Angelica the whole time. And yeah. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the thing and it says 33 minutes. Okay, I'm ending the video here because this is already so long.